It is that time again, folks. Time to look at some Yu-Gi-Oh cards tonight on this cool South Carolina evening. I am currently digesting the McRib I've eaten. First time. And I gotta say, it's McMid. It didn't taste like anything. I tasted the barbecue a little bit, and the rest of the sandwich just had no flavor. Typically McDonald's, you at least get an overload of salt. So there's like something in there, on the taste buds. I just got nothing with this one. So maybe it's not as unhealthy, but also it kind of looked like the meat my cafeteria used to serve. So I really don't know. I don't know. I am sorry to the McRib stands out there, but I'm glad it's not coming back. Let's get into the what did I learn in the comment section this week. And to start off, I want to talk about Lord of D. So I guess the one I reviewed isn't a ratted version, and the one before it was way more powerful, especially for the time. This is something I wanted to bring up too, because I found another comment about errated cards. I do want to see if there are like really strongly meta-defining cards that the errata mattered a lot. Let me know ahead of time. I'm keeping a notepad of ones that I should look at the pre-errated versions of, so I can get a better context of the format of the time. So Lord of D was much stronger back then, and the combo alongside it with Flute of Summoning Dragon was actually good enough to be played. I keep having this bias where I'm like, this is too slow, it's not gonna work. But then I forget, this is early Yu-Gi-Oh! It's really, really slow, so it's probably going to work. I'm gonna take the L on this one again. So the Flute deck was pretty good. Another one is about Last Will. You know what? Getting Wall of Illusion is probably just good enough with Last Will. I undergraded that hardcore. It's one of those ones where I knew it was probably going to be OP, but it was actually still playable even in this set. Also, this one about Yami being the best field spell because of a Mystical Elf and Aquamador. I thought that was a little cute interaction. And the one I got a ton about was Wabaku. Yeah, I misread this one. My initial thought was, it's a fog effect. It's not good enough. It's not progressing the game state at all. For the turn, you have still, possibly played a creature, got something on board, and you've played a land. That is important. In Yu-Gi-Oh! It looks way more impactful, especially with the rules that, the attacker gets to choose where the monster goes. They might have been able to set up game-swinging attacks on their turn, and then you chain Wabaku. The whole game is flipped in on itself. Yeah, you know what? I definitely see a lot of power there. Oh, also, didn't really cross my mind, but Ultimate Offering did not say once per turn on. I thought it was, you get an extra normal on your turn, extra normal on their turn. Oh no, you just get unlimited normals? Get this card out of here. What? How? All right, with that out of the way, let's get into Metal Raiders. All right, so I'm gonna start with the commons and just work my way on up. So let's start out with Share the Pain. Tribute one monster, make your opponent tribute one monster for no effect. Make your opponent tribute one. Get rid of their worst monster? A 2-for-1 for their worst monster. Ah, no, come on. I'm gonna start with this, really? Yeah, this is like an F. I'm just giving this an F. It gets a straight F. Maybe in sealed or limited, because you need something. You need something. Just to hope they put all their power into a single tribute. Yeah, F for Share the Pain. All right, up next is Ring of Magnetism. You can only equip this card to a monster on your side of the field. Decrease the attack and defense of a monster equipped with this card by 500 points. In addition, all monsters on your opponent's side of the field can only attack the monster equipped with this card if they attack. Okay, so it's like Taunt in Hearthstone. Surprised this effect isn't more used in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. At least I have not seen it. I'm trying to really think of a world where you use this. Like if you slap it on the Wall of Illusion, its defense just becomes so unusable. It just dies after one swing in from literally anything. Unless there's like some insanely high defense point monster. But even then, what's the point? So you can like safely stack up little guys or like cheat a bunch of flip monsters and make them go face down, you know what I mean? Do some like stall strategy like that. Yeah, I mean, until I see something with like a ton of defense, I don't want to give this high grade. I think I want to give it an F. I don't see the use case for this just yet. So, Paralyzing Potion, a non-machine type monster equipped with this card cannot attack. Pacifism. So for something like this I think would be a very, very good example of a card that has such a very good line of text. Probably not strong enough enough to be meta, like played and constructed, but if there's a sealed environment, holy shit. You are snapping these up. Though, I mean, nowadays, in more modern Magic, it's actually gotten a little bit worse just because the power level's gone up so much. But still an insane card. This deserves, I mentally want to give this a B, but like constructed-wise, it would be a C. I'm giving this a B. Nah, I like pacifism. It's so nice. It's so nice. The sealed in me, this gets like a sealed B+. In constructed, it probably gets a C. Germ Infection. The attack of non-machine type monsters equipped with this card is decreased by 300 points. Make something a little smaller over time. I mean, I guess I should also note the last one was non-machine. So if machines are good, that card becomes worse. Is this its owner's standby phase? It just says its. Does the monster itself stand by? I thought it was just the player went through the standby phase. I don't know about that. That's weird. How good is this? I want to say not good, because worst comes to worst, you just flip it into defense. It can, over time, deal with a bigger tribute, where in limited, that might not be that bad. In constructed, there's just, oh, I've already seen a trillion different ways to deal with, you know, bigger things, so. And it doesn't include waiting, you know, 5 turns for it to be manageable. So, yeah, I want to give this an F. It could be like a D in sealed if there's just no other removal. I might play this over the other one that my opponent gets to pick what they destroy. You know what I mean? At least I get the choice here. So in limited, that's maybe a little bit better than that other card. Block attack. Target one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. Change that target to face-up defense. Well, I mean, in a world where everything is in defense usually, typically you don't have to worry about attackers that much. I feel like the other one, the stop defense, would be way better than this one. So, I mean, it's still some sort of meaningful interaction, though. Block attack. This one's kind of hard for me. Okay, I just looked up Summon Skull. He has some pitiful defense. 1200. Makes this card a little better. That lets anything get over a Summon Skull. So if you're getting beaten down, you can actually swing the board with block attack relatively easily. Not as easily if they have Blue Eyes out. Yeah, for Blue Eyes has just enough defense to not be run over by your own Summon Skull. Okay, you know what? If Summon Skulls are everywhere, and it's one of the best offensive type monsters in the game, I'll give block attack a C. I think it can find its own niche. Even if it's not picking off Summon Skull, it might be able to grab 1 or 2 creatures on their side of the field. Hopefully, this sets up a 1-for-1. It is a little bit win more. You kind of need a nice board to really get this going, but I can definitely see block attack swinging the game in your favor on a specific board state. Yugioh Pro deck does not want me to open Sword of the Deep-Seated. What secrets are you hiding from me? That's equipment. You should have kept it. Sword of the Deep-Seated. This equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense. Generic. Okay. This card is sent to your graveyard. Place it on top of your deck? Ah. Well, shit. That's not that bad. Wait. You don't get the choice. You have to put it back. I don't... Okay. Now I'm getting a little concerned. I like that, though. It's a cursed sword. You can't get rid of it. You traded in. You sold your soul for 500 attack and defense. And now this is going to be your top deck for the rest of the game. Is this enough to be good? Man, that last line of text is really scaring me. I'm already very low on equipment, you know? Drawing equipment for the rest of the game, the same one, when I just really need like a Raigeki or just some sort of interaction or a tribute. Yeah, it's strong though. It's generic, but it's still equipment at the end of the day. It's still equipment. Yeah, I'm gonna give this an F. I was almost tempted. To grab that sword, but nah. F. Back on the fusions, baby. Okay. Tainted Wisdom and Ancient Brain fuse to make Skull Knight. Is that Summon Skull's cousin? It's got a little bit of extra stats on him. Okay, so we all know this is going to get an F. But I do have to say, I think the fusion names of this card are really cool. Tainted Wisdom and Ancient Brain. There's something, there's some lore here that I'm missing. It's the Blue Winged Crown. We're gonna give you an F real quick. I'm praying you get some better stats. I'm praying. I have faith. Here we have Lava Battle Guard. This card gains 500 attack for each Swamp Battle Guard you control. 500 attack? Oh, it's a tribute. Oh, it's a tribute. Oh, it's getting an F. I'm not going to be tricked. I missed another tribute because I was enamored by the card art. And I didn't see it was a 5-star. Mushroom Man number 2. All right. A player controlling this monster loses 300 life points during each of his or her standby phases. Control of this card is shifted to your opponent by paying 500 life points at your own end phase. I don't fucking want him. Take him. Get him out of here. Poor Mushroom Man number 2. He's getting tossed around. I love this design of Hot Potato. Imagine dying to Mushroom Man number 2. I mean, I don't think this card is very good, but I am praying somebody lost this at some point. I mean, maybe the burn deck, maybe 300 life points, but it gives them a guy. They'll just tribute over it. Mushroom Man number 2 is helping them out at that point. I don't know if it's worth the 300 life. Yeah, the Mushroom Man number 2 is gonna get an F. I hope number 1 is a little bit better. Niwatori swallows enemies whole and uses their essence as energy. I mean, isn't that just calories? Like the McRib I just ate? I've used whatever mystery meat McDonald's puts in there. Their essence as energy? Interesting. Interesting. I really want to know what they meant by that. This flavor text is throwing me off a little bit today. I mean, yeah, it's an F though, so. Flame Cerberus. Known to many as the Burning Executioner, this monster is capable of burning enemies to cinders. See, that makes more sense. You know, that's flavor text I can comprehend. But yeah, it's just not playable, so. Hey, it's the Bistro Butcher. Is he gonna cut off his arm and cook it? Or maybe he already did. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent draws 2 cards. It's Lajin stats. Oh my god. I definitely did glance at the attack when I read the name. I was like, whoa, an effect monster 1800. Is Lajin already gone? Like, did I miss something? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. This is disgusting. You're gonna draw them into their good cards to stop that. Oh, this is just, I'm more disgusted. This gets an F-. I'm more disgusted by this one than the unplayable vanillas because at least they had some good flavor text on them. This is disgusting text. I don't like this. Oh, Cybersaurus. Card is not treated as a cyber card. There he is right here in my book of random shit as a kid. I thought he was cool. I thought he was cool looking. I literally just sorted this by what cards look cool. Just really not playable. Let's give you an F and move on. Here we got Yado Karu. Yadu Karu. When this card is changed from attack position to defense position, you can place any number of cards from your hand at the bottom of your deck in any order you desire. Oh, so if you just want to go negative for fun, you could. I didn't read that wrong, did I? You can place any number of cards from your hand at the bottom of your... Yeah, you just get to send away your hand if you're just like, man, Hard advantage sucks. I want to just put this on the bottom. Yeah, unless this is like supposed to be a drawback of some sorts. But I fail to see why there would be a drawback on a card like this. Yeah, I'm really trying to figure out something with this card, but I'm just going to give it an F. Which of the Black Forest and Lady of Faith make Musician King? Wait, wasn't Lady of Faith that like nun? Why did she turn into a rock star? Okay, I mean, I don't understand the context. Maybe there's some lore. We'll figure it all out eventually. This gets a raw F though for playability. I love it. Insect Soldiers of the Sky. If this card attacks a wind monster, it gains 1,000 attack. Holy shit. The anti-wind tech is strong here. Holy shit. 1,000 attack. It's just a 2k 3-star right off the bat. Love the art. Very basic. I think the effect is like nice. I mean, it's very specific though, like has to be wind. Okay, so this gets an F in like 99% of all circumstances. This gets an A if all wind is the best strategy in the game, which I don't think is a thing. So it's probably just going to be an F. So let's keep it there. Here we got the Punished Eagle, the blue winged crown, and the Niwatori. They combined to make this. Yeah, just still not good enough. Still not good enough. I wouldn't put those two in my deck regardless, and I would not, especially not want to make this. So, the Immortal of Thunder. Flip, increase your life points by 3,000 When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you lose 5,000? I just really don't see the point. I keep bringing up, like, if there's ways to flip it multiple times, but I have not seen that yet. And if there would be, I'm going to be putting this in my deck. Yeah, this gets an F. It's a funny effect, though. I'm sure there's also some way to abuse this. There she is, the 7-colored fish. Be talking about you for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it probably will just get the same grade as Lejin. I think it's A. It's meta defining, right? You know, 1800 attack is the new meta, you know? So every other normal summon better meet that. Gigatech Wolf. Why did they make the tentacles shoot out of his ass? Am I seeing that right? I think I'm seeing that right. You had a robot wolf with wings, and you make the tentacles come out of his ass. Come on now. F. Get out of here. Yo! I am in love. Oh man. It's like EDF. Launcher spider. This spider, dude. Mechanical spider with rocket launchers capable of random fire. Oh, it shoots indiscriminately too. Oh, it just gets better and better. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's an F, but I'm going to have to buy a couple copies of Launcher Spider. I think I need a playset. This is going to be my first, I need to pick this card up for myself card that I'm getting on this series. This is perfect. Giltia the D Knight, a guardian of the labyrinth, plus a protector of the throne. Cool. Like, these fusions are unplayable, and I don't think I really paid too much attention to what are the names that combine to make this, but it's not even flavor text. But I like the implied lore of what's fusing to make this card. You have to appreciate something about these fusions, because good lord, it's not the stats. Bikiri Box, I used this card in Master Duel. What is it? Pot of Extravagance fodder. So you just throw it away. You just don't even care what it is. So I put Bikiri Box in my deck. And look at this. 2 clowns come together to make this Bikiri Box. All right, well, you know what we're giving you. I think I reviewed this one. I think now that we have 7-colored fish, though, these 1600s and 1700s are not playable. They're getting an F. Labyrinth Tank. So you use the Gigatech Wolf from before and Cannon Soldier to make this. No, we will not. Jirai Gumo. When this card declares an attack, toss a coin and call it. If you call it wrong, lose half your life points. It's a 22. This thing is so cool. Holy shit. I can't really think of a magic equivalent. I'm thinking of like Jackal Pup, but that's not really the same. Is it like the same as, I mean, Goblin Guide is a completely different thing. It's like potentially giving them card advantage as opposed to you taking life points. I mean, okay. Question. How big of a deal is half your life points? This gets over those 2k defenders. This is the first normal summon I've seen that can get over that. So first of all, just get lucky, just win the coin flip. And secondly, you know, is half your life points worth smashing them? Is it worth getting in there? I mean, you lose 2 of these in a row, but their board is gone. Oh, but like, okay, so you lose 2 of them in a row, and then your board gets wiped, and then they Jirai Gumo you. So my thought is, the game might be a little too slow to make this work, but this card's sick. I'm giving this one a B+. 2200 on a normal summon. Pretty decent downside on it. But if you're just in the running for stats, I don't see why you would not play this. I mean, this just eats 7-colored fish Lajin. This card's sick. This is a B+. For sure. Maybe even an A. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm giving it an A. I'm giving it an A. I'm putting that out there. This thing looks insane. Gotta calm down after that last one. Jirai Gumo got me heated. Tremendous fire. Inflict 1,000 damage to their life points, and you take 500. Okay. These burn spells are getting a little better. I'm starting to see the deck slowly become good. You know, like some of the early ones were pretty basic. Like the bad one with like 200 was not very good. But then I saw Just Desserts, and I'm like, okay, this is like the first good burn spell. And I think this is the second, but I want to give it a C. I think 1,000 is just a big enough chunk to get over the finish line. While the king is away, this queen protects his throne with a mighty defense. No, you don't. No, you don't. The spellcasters, both of those little spellcasters, they are way better at defense than you. You're getting an F, protector of the throne. It's adorable. The little swordsman of Ali. Offer 1 monster from your side of the field as a tribute to increase this monster's until the end of the turn. Really? All right. I'm not going to make fun of it, actually, because when I was learning Magic, I looked at effects kind of like this one that said, pay 1 mana, sacrifice a creature you control, gain 1 life. I'm like, why the hell would you ever do that? And then I learned there are sacrifice decks. There's things that want monsters to die on the same turn. You know, there's a bunch of different ways you can use something that gets rid of a card, you know? So for instance, this could trigger Last Will. However, it still looks bad. So I'm going to give it an F until I see more synergies other than just Last Will, because there's also just better ways to trigger Last Will. Prevent Rat. Shouldn't this be a picture of a cat? This creature is shielded with a tough hide of hair and is excellent at defending itself. Oh, yes, you are. 2,000 defense. We finally have one in the beast category. I think this is the first beast with 2k defense. So it's not like, I thought Prevent Rat would have been like a spell name, but no, the rat itself is preventing things from attacking. I got you. I mean, 2k defense is kind of the bog standard. So I think you just get a nice solid C from me. Guardian of the Labyrinth. This is what we used to fuse that other guy. Monster that guards the entrance to the Netherworld. No. Oh, wow. What are you holding? Your shield is about to give me the talking of a lifetime. I feel like I'm about to get spit on by that shield. Oh, here's the Ancient Brain. A fallen fairy that is powerful in the dark. The standard. So you're gonna get an F. Tainted Wisdom. If this attack position card is changed to face up defense position, shuffle your deck. I don't think this is very good. Really makes you appreciate fetch lands in Magic. To all my Magic heads out there. You got your polluted deltas. You know, you can shuffle them away after a brainstorm. Funny, it's called Brainstorm. Yeah, this effect is just too niche. It's gonna get enough from me. It's the Pump King of Ghosts. Oh, I missed this one for Halloween. I did the wrong set. If a Castle of the Dark Illusions is face up on the field, weird, increase the attack and defense of this card by 100 points. As long as this Castle of Dark Illusions remains face up on the field, the attack and defense of this card continues to increase by 100 points each of your standby phases. This effect continues until your 4th turn. So I learned my lesson with Lord of D and the Flute. It's okay to have kind of a slow 2-card combo. The game's kind of slow right now. However, I don't know if this is worth it, even being as slow as it is. Okay, so then this can end up having 2,500 defense as a tribute. I mean, it will summon Skull, but like after 4 turns, I don't see the point on this. Like a lot of text on this card and it just really does not do much. So I hate to give him an F. He's so happy, he's smiling. Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. Rabid Horseman, Battle Ox plus Mystic Horseman. Yeah, pretty cool art, but you will get an F. King of the Yami... Lord, help me with these names. King of the Yami Makami. King of the Yami Makai. King of the Yami Makai. King of the Yami Makai. Wields the power of darkness to destroy its enemies. It's a tribute. 1530? Listen, the last time I questioned this, there was a lore reason. There was like an anime or like a lore reason. They didn't do this for fun. This has a reason. I'm not gonna flame it. I'm just gonna give it a nice and easy F. Okay, here's the other one. That wants to be with the Pump King. It's the Castle of Dark Illusions. Flip. All zombie-type monsters gain 200 attack and defense. For each of your next 4 standby phases, each of those zombie-type monsters gain 200 more in attack and defense. This effect lasts as long as this card is face up on the field. And once again, probably somewhat lore anime related. I think it's just funny though. 920, 1930. So this effect for... It's a 4-star. And you know, 1930 kinda just is 2k at the end of the day, you know? Actually not that bad. I mean, obviously you have to be in a zombie type deck, but this looks way more playable than the Pump King because this, you can just plop right on the field. 200 attack and defense. So it has to flip. So so something I don't understand is this all zombie type monsters gain like the first line that gives a pump? Is that just what's all currently on the field? Or does this flip effect activate a continuous effect on the field? So any new zombies that come in, they automatically get this 200. I mean, I don't think it really changes the grade that much, depending on what it is, but for a tribal deck, this actually could be decent. I was not really paying attention to how many zombies there were. I don't recall any off the top of my head, but I actually like this card. I still think it's a C. I still think I'm just gonna grade it on what do I see on the stats, and maybe in a world, this could just be a C+. You know, it obviously has upside to it, but that's where I'll put it for now. I'm gonna keep my eye out for zombie type monsters. This could go up in the future. Just a jellyfish. I think I might have reviewed this jellyfish already, but that does not matter because it's gonna get a nice, quick, and easy F. Illusionist Faceless Mage. Manipulates enemies' attacks with the power of illusion. Very trippy art. So we got a ventriloquist who transplanted his eyes, or maybe he is a doll, or they're just all dolls. It's a tribute. Yeah, it's enough. Here we got Dragon Piper. Flip and destroy all face-up dragon capture jars on the field. If you destroy any, change all face-up dragon type monsters on the field to attack position. So this is how you really metagame your locals. You know, you see the Blue Eyes player, you bring dragon capture jar. The Blue Eyes player goes, not so fast. I'm putting Dragon Pipers in my deck to specifically counter your Dragon Capture Jars. Yeah, okay, in that very specific scenario, play any of the trap removal. Wasn't there, wasn't it literally just called Remove Trap? I think I would just probably play that over the Dragon Piper. Though I guess this does save your other dragons that already got flipped. I don't remember if Dragon Capture Jar was a permanent effect. Like, even if it left the field, they can't switch up. If that's the case, then this very niche scenario, it's fine. But yeah, no, it's gonna be an F. All right, here's Saggy the Dark Clown. Quick and easy F for you. The Battle Steer, we're gonna give you another F. Okay, here's the Swamp Battle Guard, the one for, you know, that works with a Lava Battle Guard. I like that. It's cute. It's cute. It's not good because, good lord, you're building your own worst summon skull. You have to have both of these out at the same time. Yeah, just don't play these. Blackland Fire Dragon. Dragon that dwells in the depths of darkness. Poor eyesight. Oh no, I feel you there. Still good enough though. Here we got the Cheerful Coffin. Discard up to 3 monster cards from your hand to the graveyard. All right, card destruction's looking really good right about now. Don't know why you would put this in your deck over card destruction unless you really need more copies of it. I have not seen any discard synergies at all. So this has to just be the easiest F of the day. It gotta be in my top 5 for most pretty cards. Ooh, look at that. Like, okay, so like here is like a really good example of the background really making something like this pop. Like if they had that generic like red and black whatever squiggles on the back of this would look so much worse. But they have this rainbow like gradient thing on it. Oh, so cool looking. Soul Release, target 5 cards in any graveyard, banish them. No, not playable, unfortunately. Maybe like later on down the line. 5 cards in any graveyard's not that bad. It's not like any like specifically saying monster or spell or trap. You can kind of just hit anything with this. Yeah, it's just gonna be enough for me. Hibikime? I think it's Hibikime. We will pass you an F. Hiyosube. This amphibian is strong on the attack, but leave much to be desired when defending. He is not strong on the attack. That is going to be an F. Here's the Disc Magician. No. Wispy, no! Wispy! I like this. Or wait, is that the Great Deku Tree? Did the Great Deku Tree exist by now? 2002. Yeah. Oh yeah, it existed for a while. Yeah. Trent. Wow, your stats. It's believed to be immortal, though. I think we need Yu-Gi-Oh! With playground rules. And if you play Trent, it can't die. You have to find some way to win the game around Trent. We make this happen. We gotta make this happen. Ancient Lizard Warrior. Ooh, yo, Gen 9 Pokemon looking really good. I'd actually be down if this was a Pokemon. It kind of looks cool, I'm not gonna lie. For the dawn of man, this Lizard Warrior ruled supreme. Well, evolution got the best of you. Your stats are not looking that great, so gonna be an F. Hunter Spider, I think I might have done this one already. It's just gonna be an F. Electric Lizard, a non-zombie type monster attacking. Electric Lizard cannot attack on its following turn. I like the little flavor in the effect. You know, you can't shock a zombie, but my lord, just do not play this. The stats are just pitiful, absolutely pitiful. Yeah, that's gonna be an F. Oh, this looks like the same artist that did the other one I was gushing over in the last episode. You all know the one. It's the green version of her. This has to be the same artist. Queen's Double and Hibikimi. Yeah, unplayable fusion, but I'm staring at this art respectfully. This monster captures other fish with its long tongue and sucks the energy out of them. Again, what did they mean by that? Is that just a weird way of saying they're eating? F for you, tongue, yo. Here's the Mega Thunderball. Is it sentient? Is it a machine? It's a thunder. Couldn't tell you what a thunder is. F for you. Here's a Morinfen. Ooh, that art looks really cool. Love the transparent wings on that. A strange being with long arms and razor-sharp talons. Very cool, very cool. F for you, Kaminari Attack, Ocubeam, and Mega Thunderball. Okay, so Mega Thunderball is part of this attack. So it's not like alive or anything like that. It's just a part of this, whatever's going on here. And I just don't want to be a part of it, so you're gonna get an F. Here's the Bottom Dweller. A tribute for these stats. It's getting uglier and uglier as I go up the list. F for you. Deep Sea Shark. It's a shark with an extra eye. We are not doing that. F for you. All right, we got an effect monster. Blast Juggler. You can only activate this effect during your standby phase. Tribute this face-up card to select and destroy 2 face-up monsters with an attack of 1,000 or less. So it has to survive a single turn. You cannot use this effect right away, obviously. Actually, no, I take that back. You could ultimate offering this out at the end of your opponent's battle phase. So then they have to either spend an extra card to remove it or like blow up their whole board with like Dark Hole or something, which, you know, what would be the point of that? However, does this hit enough to really be worth it? 1,000 attack or less. I just looked it up. It exactly hits Wall of Illusion. You know, I'm playing out a scenario where you do ultimate offering this because it's not going to survive combat. Guaranteed. I think this is actually powerful enough. This could end up being a 2-for-1, but it's probably just going to be a 1-for-1. Because I don't think there's anything with less than 1,000 attack that they're playing. Most of their defenders, unless they're using the mystical elf, I think she only had 800. There's probably very few times where you can actually pick off 2. Still, the effect is good. It's good. It just doesn't have the most applications. I was gonna give this a C. I'm gonna give this a D+. It's just powerful enough, kind of needs a couple cards to work, and it might just need a certain meta to shine. Leo Gun. Let's hurry it along here. Ocubeam, that's what it fuses into. With the name Ocubeam, I thought it was like a laser, but it's some hairy creature. Hairy devil. Frightening in appearance, this creature uses its large eyes and ears to keep track of any movement. I only see one eye, so yeah, I don't know, but this thing's unplayable, so you get an F. Oh, she cute. Steel Scorpion? Non-machine type monster attacking Steel Scorpion will be destroyed at the end phase of your opponent's second turn after the attack. Holy slow. I mean, no, it's so slow. But is that okay? We just went over. It's okay to be a little slow. It's okay to be a little slow. All right, cop-out grade for Steel Scorpion. Giving it a D. I don't want to give it an F, but I don't want to give it a C. I'll give Steel Scorpion a D. Petite Moth. Aw, it's better off avoided. Correct. F. Ground Attacker Bugroth. No. We're churning through the Fs. Only a little bit more. I thought she was straight up naked. I mean, she kind of just is. Did they just like... Is this TCG art? Did they just Photoshop her nipples off? Or is that just a pale colored shirt? Transforms the water overflowing from a jar into attacking dragons. Transforms the water overflowing from a jar. I don't know why that's worded weird. I don't know why my brain did not comprehend that sentence. Water emotics among us. Yeah, you get an F though. Roaring Ocean Snake. No. Big Eye. He's got a lot of eyes. The other one had one eye and... Okay. Flip. Look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck and place them back on top of the deck in any order. Scry 5 for Big Eye here. Like, that is an actual effect. That is actually not that bad. It's not card advantage, but the top 5 cards of your library in a Magic is a lot. And in a 40-card Yu-Gi-Oh deck? Damn, I kind of want to give Big Eye a C. I don't think he was OP, but... I mean, I don't think this is an effect that you can fully discount. So yeah, I think I want to go with C for Big Eye. Here's this guy again. I'm not going to be infatuated with you. F. Okay. Crawling Dragon, 5-star. No, we're handing him out still. The name sounds familiar. This human-shaped animal with its wings is beautiful to watch, but deadly in battle. Does not look deadly in battle to me. Yeah, you'll be getting an F. Larvae Moth. This monster cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by attributing Petite Moth during your second turn after Petite Moth has been equipped with Cocoon of Evolution. So you can't normal this pathetic thing. You have to tribute that vanilla that has no stats on it, basically, with an equipment, and only after the second turn can you play this. What the fuck is this? Cocoon of Evolution better have some insane text on it. Otherwise, what is going on here? You get an F until further notice. But like this has piqued my curiosity, and now I gotta see what Cocoon of Evolution does. Here is the Killer Needle. He's not that huge. He's gonna get an F. Armored Lizard. It's the home stretch. It's the home stretch. Rock Ogre Grotto number 1. F. Feral Imp. F. Okay, now we're into short print. So I guess these are still commons that were slightly less common. So here we got Stim Pack. The equipped monster gains 700 attack, and then it loses 200 attack each standby. So I mean, it's really big for a turn. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay true on these equipment, and we are going to give it an F. Who did this to her? Who made her sad? When this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, the battle phase ends immediately. I'd be unhappy if my battle phase got ended. So there's just no offensive stats to it. They have to crash into it, and like anything crashing into it ends the battle phase. So I guess the way I see things is, how would you normally order your attacks into a set monster? You're probably going around it as much as possible. So you don't want anything to interact with your board. You want to like take out what you can first. Intuitively, I would want to like figure out the unknown information, but you really don't want to screw around too much with sets. So it's probably going to be the last one to die. Like this on an empty board, they kind of have to get over it. I think this just gets an F. I think you can probably just put way better cards in your deck. Maybe it's actually a D. Like the text is still kind of powerful. It's kind of just bad Wabaku in a way, but not really. It's like really bad Wabaku. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a D. Thunder Dragon. You can discard this card, add up to 2 Thunder Dragons from deck to hand. So it's not really the same. Kind of reminds me of Squadron Hawk, where you can kind of grab it's just raw card advantage. How much is a discard fodder thing worth at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh? Probably not that much. So powerful effects. I want to give this a C+. I think, though maybe not used right now, this has potential later. Dream Clown. When this card is changed from attack position to face up a defense position, select one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So Ultimate Offering just got more insane. Oh man, play this at the end of their battle phase. Whoop, flip it on your turn, you know? Though like, outside of that, isn't this kind of just too slow? I mean, it's a point and click, you know? It's select one and destroy it. It's just like, how do you set up something where this thing just doesn't die to anything on field? You could use that stupid lose 500 attack and defense card on something, and then had this Dream Clown just flipping itself over and over. That's kind of funny. If that exists, that's something I would be playing. Again, with Ultimate Offering, this thing is a blowout. Now, Ultimate Offering went from just kind of value getting like special summons out to now it's a removal spell. Is it Ultimate Offering that's making this good, or is it Dream Clown's effect that's making this good? I'm going to lean more on its Ultimate Offering really breaking this. I'm going to give this a C+. The text on it is insane. Just a point and click, your thing is gone. It just seems a little too slow. Like, you have to set this up perfectly. I don't know if that stop defense or stop attack card works on your own creatures too, and kind of flip this guy a couple times, but yeah, I'm gonna go C+ on Dream Clown. Pretty strong. Here is Crass a Clown, and this card is changed from defense to attack. Return one monster your opponent controls to the owner's hand. Okay, so this is just worse. It's a bounce. But the stats are a little bigger. Just not big enough. So like the increase in stats is just overall not worth it. compared to just destroying something, because on average, you're probably going to get this off once. So I'd rather have the destroy over the bounce. Still strong, though. Still a strong effect. I'm going to give this one still a C, but this one's going to get a C minus. Still powerful, just not worth playing over the other one, I don't think. Oh, we got a little Charizard here. Yeah, you're going to get enough. Queen's Double. This monster may attack your opponent's life points directly. 350, 300, putting them on that, what is it, 20 turn clock? 20 turn roughly, probably a little bit more. It's a little bit of extension. It's so small. 350? Nah, this gets enough. Please don't make more of these. I don't like them. That flower is fucking chilling though. Oh, look at him vibing out. The pot is fucking furious. I mean, this one has 50 more attack. That's not gonna change the grade. Jinzo number 7. This one has 100 more attack. All right, we have a direct life point theme. Maybe that's what you use like the stim pack for, right? You want that really quick burst over the finish line. Maybe it doesn't even sound that bad. Again, like maybe for the burn deck, you know, you got your Just Desserts, that other one that does, you know, 1k. You slap a stim pack on a Jinzo number 7. It doesn't matter how much they walled up. This is going to get them over. Maybe I'm a little too hard on these. Yeah, if the burn deck don't want them, I don't think any deck want them. So I'm going to stick with an F for all of them. And that includes you, Uguchi, okay? F for you. And that includes you, Leg Hole. It's just a fucking lamp. It's just a lamp. I'm going insane. F. Okay, on to the rares. Shield and Sword. Switch to the original attack and defense of all face-up monsters currently on the field until end of turn. Oh, this gets over those wall-ups real good. Actually, this is really funny. Because if both of you are walling up and you play this, you get first crack, you just untap all your freaking 2,000 defenses, and you murder their board. Summon Skull becomes a 1,200. Ooh, wow. This is really actually pretty swingy. Yeah, I actually think I want to give this a B. This looks incredibly powerful. Yeah, you could just completely blow someone out with this. Witch's Apprentice. As long as this card remains face up on the field, increase the attack of all dark monsters by 500 points and decrease the attack of all light monsters by 400 points. This is a neat little lord, actually. All dark monsters by 500, including itself. Hose's light deck's pretty hard too. Yeah, I mean, probably not strong enough. I remember someone in the comments saying, there was a lot of dark and a lot of light. So if you're building your deck around all darks and there's a lot of light monsters still floating around, this actually might not be that bad. Could have a really, really big swingy turn if you set up your board right. I'm gonna give Witch's Apprentice a C, actually. For a Lord type effect, I think this is pretty decent. Blade Fly. Okay, so it's one of these. This is a cycle. So if wind and earth are not as prevalent, I'm going to give Blade Fly a slightly lower grade. Like I said, I'm just kind of going off what someone else said. Actually, a couple of people did say, you know, there's a lot of dark and a lot of light. So yeah, we'll give you a slightly lower grade for that. Here's Little Chimera. Same thing for Fire. Okay, I was told Fire sucks. So you know what? With that knowledge, I'm going to give this one an F. Witch of the Black Forest. Okay, wait. This one's in my notes. I was told, look at Pre-errata Witch of the Black Forest, the Pre-errata Sangen, and the Pre-errata Chaos Emperor Dragon. Okay, so the original text is, when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, move one monster with a defense of 1,500 or less from your deck to your hand. Your deck is then shuffled. So compare that with the errated text. This card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add one monster 1,500, but you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with that name until the rest of the turn. So that's actually pretty important. Because whatever you're searching, you can't use that turn. This is the same type of wording too as Last Will, where it's just like, oh, if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, it doesn't have to battle, doesn't have to be destroyed. If it just leaves the field, it gets this proc. That's really strong. Man, even with the errated version, you can just get yourself... Oh no, Wall of Illusions you can't get. 1,500 defense or less. I don't actually know what you're getting with this. This makes Maneater Bug fetchable. Possibly Lord of D, if you wanted to do that, the flute strategy. You know what? Just the mere fact that this thing has an errata, it has to be broken in some way. And I think, you know, being a tutor at again, this low of a cost has to be really, really good. So yeah, I'll give Witch of the Black Forest I'll give her a B+ for now. It will probably be an A once like better things with 1500 or less defense come out. I mean, is Searchable Man-Eater Bug just that good? You know what? Just give it an A. Especially the pre-errata text version. You're much more free to do whatever you want. Wait, could this even search itself? You use this as tribute fodder and then just go grab another one? Yeah, that's pretty nutty. That is pretty nutty. All right, up next is Dark Elf. 2000 attack on this one. This card requires a cost of 1000 of your own life points to attack. Is this better than the other one that potentially halves your life points if you lose a coin flip? Do I value the consistency and knowing how much I am paying at the cost of 200 attack, but also just don't lose the coin flip? It's just that easy. It's just that easy. This is so powerful. Are the 1800s worse than I thought? In reality, they're kind of just defenders too, right? You could just not attack with them. Wait a second. Like how 3 hours in, I'm finally thinking about this. I'm going to give Dark Elf a B, because not only is this effectively 2000 defense, it's also huge. I might have to give the other one, I forgot the name already, a higher grade too, because I think these are just good. Yeah, I'm gonna give Dark Elf a B. Milus Radiant? Okay, so this one's for the Earth-type monsters. Again, I don't think I've seen too many of the Earth-type, and if the whole meta is Dark and Lights, this one's gonna get a D. It is the Star Boy, the one for waters, also getting a D. Muka Muka. This card gains 300 attack and defense for each card in your hand. Nah, you're gonna get an F. Cannon Soldier. You contribute one monster, inflict 500 to your opponent. Can the burn deck use this? Can he tribute himself? I think he can tribute himself. And can you do this at any speed? Let's say like your own monster's about to get run over and then you can kind of fling it at him. Contribute one monster. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I assume tributes are only on your turn, like sorcery speed. Tribute one monster, inflict 500. I don't want to give it a cop-out D that I give for all the burn spells. I'm going to give this just a straight F. I don't think you just play this at all. Am I going to try to pronounce that name? Hashin Shingen. Okay. I'm just going to call him Starboy, but for lights. Yeah, I mean, if it's just a light and dark fight, I mean, this one is just going to get a B. I mean, it could be like a C. These ones are tough. Like, is the Lord effect enough? Maybe both get a C. They're intertwined. Shadow Ghoul. 1000 attack for each monster in the graveyard. It is a tribute, though. I mean, it could get big, actually. Like, over the long game, is this actually not that bad? In your graveyard. Man, if this was both graveyards, yeah, I think it just being your graveyard, I'm gonna give this a D. I think it's a not fully unplayable. Maybe it is. Man, you need a lot of monsters to make this better than Summoned Skull. Actually, yeah, we're gonna give this an F. All right, here we have Great Moth. This monster cannot be normal summoned or sets. This card can only be special summoned by tributing Petite Moth during your 4th turn after Petite Moth has been equipped with Cocoon of Evolution. Why are we jumping through so many hoops for this just mediocre card? What's the goal here? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's special summoned, so it doesn't take up your normal. That's decent, I guess. As much as it pains me, because I think this card looks really cool, you're gonna get an F. Okay, here's Sangan. This one, I also have to look up the errata for. Okay, here is pre-errata Sangan. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, move one monster with an attack of 1500 or less from your deck to your hand. So it's Witch of the Black Forest, but for attack. Now, this can grab Wall of Illusion. Let's see what the errata says. Okay, so it's the exact same errata as Witch of the Black Forest. This can search Witch of the Black Forest, can't it? So if you really need something that Sangan can't find, you can just do Sangan into Witch and then Witch for what you need, and then vice versa for Witch, because Sangan's 600 defense. I guess Sangan deserves the same grade as Witch. Yeah, Sangan's gonna get an A. Being able to grab anything with 1500 attack or less, being able to daisy chain into something that you need. Yeah, this covers most of the bases here. I'm gonna give Sangan an A. Here we have Magician of Faith. Flip, target one spell in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. Okay, a powerful effect. This is just if they attack into this, you get a spell back. You kind of need a really good spell in rotation, though. And how many of those are there? All the board wipes are limited to 1 at this point, I'm pretty sure. What other spells are you playing that are busted? Last Will? I can see how Last Will is becoming more insane now that I've reviewed some of those effect monsters. Last Will for like Sengen or something is pretty bonkers. So getting it back would also be pretty bonkers. And this thing just gets better the more spells they print. I'm gonna give Magician of Faith a B. I think this is pretty powerful. Elegant Egotist. If Harpy Lady is on the field, special summon a Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters from your hand or deck. Oh, from your deck. Okay, all right. But probably no. We're probably not doing this. I mean, you have to just have this vanilla. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. I don't know what Harpy Lady Sisters does. If that's a payoff, this might be okay. But for now, it's gonna get an F. Masked Sorcerer. Ooh. When this card inflicts a battle damage to your opponent's life points, draw a card. Oh, yes. Oh, it's beautiful. If there's only some equipment that gave evasion, oh, it'd be so good. I mean, relatively easy to deal with, it being very small. And if you had to spend an equipment on this, it's kind of 2 cards you're paying for the price of 1. I like it though. The text is very powerful. I have a feeling something's gonna come along. Well, maybe not break it, but make it playable. I want to give it I'm gonna give it a C-. White Magical Hat. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, your opponent discards a card randomly from his or her hand. Is that better than drawing a card with the other one? It's probably about the same. Yeah, you know what? I'll give it the same grade as the draw card one. I'll give this one a C as well. We got Mask of Darkness. Flip, target 1 trap in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. Magician of Faith for traps. Can bring back your Wabaku. Can bring back your Ultimate Offering. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think this deserves a B as well. Again, it's just going to get better the more traps are printed, so. Okay, here's the super short print. This card is always treated as a Phantom Beast card. Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts. He just gets an F. You can target 1 petite monster you control. Equip this card from your hand to that target. Okay, so it makes it 2,000 defense. No, I don't like this long con setup for a non-payoff. Nah, get out of here, Cocoon of Evolution. Cool, like, idea, like, gameplay-wise. It's just the payoff sucks so bad. All right, final stretch. Heavy Storm, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. I mean, if you're not playing a spell and trap deck, like out of the sideboard, if you know they're playing back row heavy, get a nice 5 for 1. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for this. I'm down for an A. I'm down for an A. If you're getting a 5 for 1, how you not giving it an A? How is this super rare? A monster so heavy, each step rocks the earth. Well, that's why. Good lord. Look at you. All right, Garencia Elephantis. I fucked that up somehow. You're getting an F. You're getting an F. Maybe it's because I've been looking at cards for 3 hours, but I swear I reviewed this art, but the art was mirrored. No, I'm sure of it, because I remember talking about the bamboo coming out of its nose. I remember talking about the mouth on the back of it. Did they just take the same card art, flip it, put a different background on it, and change the color of its, like, antenna bamboo nose? Oh, okay, so first of all, this is cute because your Thunder Dragon discard to get 2 Thunder Dragons and then you poly them. Cool. Awesome. F. Catapult Turtle. Once per turn, you contribute 1 monster. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to half. Oh, the attributed monster's attack. Also, this is hard to get out, but for the burn deck, half of La Jin. It didn't seem as bad at first, but now that I'm thinking it out in my head, this looks a little too slow, and it does not look like it's worth the payoff. Catapult Turtle. Cool design. You're getting an F, though. Karibo. Okay. During your damage calculation, take no damage from the battle. When you think about it, it's a life gain card, and I am so sorry, cute little Karibo, but you are getting an F. Tribute to the Doomed. Discard a card, then target 1 monster on the field, destroy it. Another 2 for 1. I think the text discard a card was a little better than the other one, because I think the other one was tribute a monster you control. A draft and sealed C, because there's nothing else to play in the removal category. For constructed, it's an F. It's an F. Sujin. During a damage calculation in your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, you can target the attacking monster, make the target's attack 0 during damage calculation only, Parentheses, this is a quick effect. This effect can only be used once per turn while this card is facing. That's actually pretty nasty of an effect. I'm not going to lie. You know, raw stat-wise, it doesn't stack up to Summon Skull. Man, how do you attack into this? You need like 2 big monsters to really truly get over this. Yeah, if this thing's face up on the field, like, are you gonna do? Attack your blue eyes into it? You need a blue eyes like and a summon skull? I mean, it is level 7 though. I'm gonna give Sujin a C+. I think this is a powerful little boss monster that's like really hard to get rid of without like hard removal. Kaizujin? Is this the same thing? So it's the same text, just smaller? I mean, I guess that doesn't matter too much. No, that matters a lot. The 24 compared to the 25 is a pretty big difference. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna give this one a D. It not being able to raw trade with Summon Skull is probably really bad. Yeah. Sanga of the Thunder. During damage calculation in your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, you can... Okay, so it's the same thing, but even bigger. This just wins against Summon Skull. Why? Why would they just make the same card but with slightly worse stats? Does it have to do with the typing of it? Like this is light, the other ones were wind or whatever. Okay, so I guess the other one gets a D now, and this one's gonna get a C. What are they planning here? There's maybe something I'm missing. Okay, so I saw the Harpy Lady Sisters. I saw the effect monster border, and I was like, oh, there is a cool payoff for this. For that other one. But no, the effect is it can only be special summoned with Elegant Egotist. I've had just about enough of your shit, Harpy Lady Sisters. All right, F for you. All right, here are the ultra rares. Here we got Mirror Force. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Oh lord, this is insane. All their attack position monsters, they think they're winning the game. They're like, oh, I got lethal on board, and then this has to be meta defining. I think this has to be A. No matter what you set on your back row, they have to know this could be a Mirror Force, because this might just blow out your opponent. They might even be scared to put everything into attack position. Not only now do you have to worry about overextension into like Dark Hole Raigeki, you now have to worry about overextension on attacks. Even if you have a lethal, you have to worry about this card. Okay, yeah, Mirror Force gets an A. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm overshooting this one a little bit. But I think the mental damage that will occur when your opponent sets anything, you know, maybe you set your Wabaku and you're bluffing the Mirror Force, you leave your board wide open. You know, you leave an attack position monster that's like pretty vulnerable, and you're like, all right, yeah, come on, bring that Summon Skull out, get in for lethal, you got this, bro. Horn of Heaven. When a monster would be summoned, tribute one monster, negate the summon, counterspell. If Counterspell sucked, well, Essence Scatter, if Essence Scatter sucked. So the way this is worded, I assume, stops the effects of like Sengen and Witch of the Black Forest, because this is negating the summon. They never actually hit the board. So I'm gonna assume it works like that. Horn of Heaven, is it worth doing all that? Tribute a monster. I like the other one that was discard a card. I feel like that was more flexible, but this one is also a trap. Able to get some good tempo on your side. You could trigger your own Sengen with this. That actually sounds gross. Yeah, you know what? I might have just convinced myself up on this one just because of that interaction. We're gonna go C. We're gonna go C for this one. Horn of Heaven, if you set up your board right, Witch of the Black Forest Sengen, and can get value off of tributing your own monster, I'm down for this. 7 Tools of the Bandits. When a trap card is activated, pay 1k and negate the activation. This is a straight up sideboard B for sure. I mean, I'm already starting to see a couple of problematic traps. Like this being able to deal with them is a godsend. So yeah, sideboard B for Tools of the 7 or 7 Tools. Magic Jammer. Spell card is activated. Discard the card. Why couldn't you have been 7 Tools of the Bandit? Why do you have to discard a card? Why are we going negative for this? I'd rather pay the life. I want to keep my cards, you know? I kind of need those to win the game. Magic Jammer. You know, maybe there's a world where there's just too many problematic spell cards, and you just really need an answer on your opponent's turn to something like that. I'm giving this a sideboard D. Maybe it's a sideboard C. Yeah, I'll do sideboard C for Magic Jammer. We stop discarding cards. Solemn Judgment. Okay, I know this one. I know this one because one of the first decks I played on Master Duel was Inspector Border Trap deck, and I put 3 of these bad boys in, and this thing deals with anything. Low cost of half your life points. Nothing resolves. This is quintessential blue Magic the Gathering. No. Just straight up says no. This is counter spell. Solemn Judgment. I gotta give this an A. This thing's OP. This thing is still OP. The flexibility, just the tempo on this. Yeah, this is such an easy A. Barrel a dragon. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Toss a coin 3 times and destroy it if it's result. Okay, all right. Your 2 tribute freaking monster, and you're still flipping coins to destroy. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. This is some fun, like, playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Where, you know, you're flipping your coins, you're praying. What was that normal monster called? Yeah, we're just gonna give an F to Barrel Dragon here, though. Time a wizard. Once per turn, toss a coin. Here we go. If you call it right, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. If you call it wrong, destroy as many monsters you control. If you do take damage, equal to half the total attack of those destroyed monsters. The fuck do I grade this? I mean, if you win the flip. No, I mean, you can't risk this, right? Like, it's so insane if you get it right. But if you get it wrong, you'll lose the game. So, like, it has to be an F. It just has to be an F. You lose the game if you get it. Yeah. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I'm going to convince myself to give it a better grade. So F, Summon Skull plus Red Eyes Black Dragon. Did I review this one already? Big for a fusion. 32? It's like the first fusion I've seen with stats. Still probably not worth it, but like getting there a little bit. Just a little bit. It's still gonna be enough for me though. He's back, baby. A for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that C. I swear I didn't mean that C. Thousand Dragon. Time Wizard and Baby Dragon. Was that the Charizard looking thing? Yeah, we're not playing this. Get out of here. It's over. The last one. Gate Guardian. Are we going out with a bang? Cannot be normal summon / sets. Must first be special summoned from your hand by attributing 1. Oh, that's what those are for. That's why I was like, why do all these do the same thing? They're trying to make this. They're trying to make Gate Guardian. Holy shit, it's bad. I'd rather just keep 3 of those separately on the field. Their effects are so much better than a big guy. That's pretty funny. Yeah, wow. Gate Guardian? You are not the payoff I was looking for. You are going to get an F. Woo, all right, that was a doozy. My voice is going. I hope I wasn't getting too raspy at the end there. I was trying to keep it going. That one was doing it in blocks like that really makes it go a lot longer. I thought after the Yugi Kaiba deck, I was like, oh, this is I really like the length of this. It's nice and solid. This one's gonna be an hour plus banger, that's for sure. What did I learn today? For one, Last Will. Already insane. Just with the new cards that I've seen. Yeah, Last Will's nuts. Ultimate Offering, already nuts. We've already broken those cards the very next set. B, the trap cards are getting kind of insane. Solemn Judgment, Mirror Force, anti-trap kind of thing with like 7 tools. Getting interesting. I'm starting to see the power level really start to kick up. I mean, there were still like 50 unplayable vanillas, but I'm glad we haven't fully diverged from the early set clunkiness of hey, play these 3 monsters for a essentially vanilla. Even though the 3 monsters I think are just better on their own with their effects. Excited to see where we're going. Also, I'm very curious what they were thinking with this attack directly line. I didn't see any payoff for getting in directly. I assume they gave 1 to each typing, maybe? So I don't know if there's something with that or kind of what the deal is there. Maybe that's something in the later set they're trying to sell, you know. Plant the seed in your brain and then sell you the solution later. But I guess we'll see. All right, that about wraps it up. See y'all next time. Peace.